Hello, my dear Sagittarius. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of June 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Gemini season, so happy birthday to all Geminis out there. And I read for the signs in the order of most liked videos. You can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating, and subscribing to my channel. I'm so grateful for all of your appreciation. If you want to support my channel even more, you can click the ad attached to the video or watch the ad for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. That is the way YouTube channels get paid, and you can continue watching all the lovely content for free. So thank you so much. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And for this reading, I will have to stretch myself. I will use Crystal Tarot by Elisabetta Trevisan. And I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Sagittarius, when I open your deck here, I see Nine of Pentacles together with Two of Pentacles. So it seems like you're dealing with something tangible, where you're trying to really find inner peace and balance yourself and make your life healthy in some area. So it's a little bit of a struggling, but you're actually on the right way. New growth is coming here, but its change is somewhat hard, and with the Nine of Pentacles you're probably forced into this change for your own sanity. So you're trying to keep your own inner balance and keeping yourself calm, maybe in the middle of a storm, and this is what's going to lead to tremendous of prosperity for you, because when you have learned to balance your inner self, nothing will be impossible for you anymore. If you don't fear rejection, if you don't fear that there will come consequences out of your different actions, like simple action, I don't mean evil action, but for example, people can be like this: oh no, I don't know if I'm going to go out and ride my bicycle because maybe I need to pump the tire with air, and maybe I will fall, maybe this will happen, maybe that will happen. But if you are calm with whatever happened, you will be less fearful and therefore more brave, also being able to live your life more fully. So this is kind of building a foundation for all that. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have a Ten of Pentacles also with the Two of Pentacles. So you're well on your way to this kind of success. You just have to challenge yourself even more. Like all the areas where you're still fearful, go there. That's the open door. That's the golden gate into your next state, like your next cycle of awareness. Everything that you fear or is complicated in your life is there to take you to new heights. So there's no need to fear in this situation. Just embrace all the new challenges. This will lead to prosperity, as we can see. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we see Five of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So this was what I was talking about before, the disappointment that comes out of petty struggles. I don't want to go there. People will be unpleasant, or there will happen something that will bring me down, or I will lose my energy and I will get sick and tired of everything. So it's a situation where we are a little bit fragile and easily fall out of balance, and we need to look at this, because this is what's preventing us from living a full life. It's what's preventing us from asking out that gorgeous girl, or going after that career that we want, or just, living our lives fully, going out, taking action, doing things instead of staying up at home in the comfort, because you don't want any changes or any challenges. So when you are purified, you're inside, and you can have a flat tire without being so agitated and upset and just, yes, it's flat tire. This is still my life. This is what's happening right now. I don't have to judge it as a bad thing. It's just like the next thing to do on my list. I plan to go for a bike ride, but instead I will have to honor and take care of the bike that's supposedly going to take me there. Because if I'm lazy and just expect things like my car or my bike or whatever to work and not putting in an effort to maintain these things, it's not going to be there for me when I need to use them. So maintenance or going through difficult things, whatever it may be, it can, like, life is full of these small little things that can be annoying, but to go through them with just acceptance and that this is what it is right now, instead of wanting things to be in a different way, it's very healthy. It's also very promising for you to be able to live a more full life instead of limiting yourself just because of fear of difficulty. So I call it the 6 elements, and here we have an Ace of Pentacles with a 5 of Cups. So it seems like you will find a new way to deal with these kind of disappointments, more healthy way to deal with these kind of disappointments, these small agonizing disappointments. Okay, so 6 elements: Earth, Wind, 4 of Swords, and Knave of Chalices. Okay, we have a little fragile Sagittarius here that doesn't want to be exposed to difficulties because the waters inside get so upset. So peace and quiet and no, it's almost like a person being unable to go outside. They have this social phobia, so they are staying inside their home because they might trip and fall on the pavement outside their house, or their car might refuse to start, or when they go with their car, they realize they have forgot their wallet and need to turn back. And all these little annoying things is something that this little entity can't seem to handle. So it's rather would stay at home. 4 of Swords there. And this is very unlike Sagittarius. So I think this is something that might bloom up with you that you will have to deal with. I think usually Sagittarius is very like an arrow, just pointing in the direction and going there. So want my dear Sagittarius to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and be able to walk on your highest path. King of Swords, the Fool, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is different aspects of you that you are going to need to be able to take yourself out in the world without closing yourself in and living your life through your kitchen window. So the Fool is someone that thinks everything will go all right, nothing will happen. I will just skippity scope out and do this thing, and everything will just, it will be like skateboarding through this. That's the Fool. The Queen of Wands, however, she has a lot of experience. So if something did go wrong, the Queen of Wands will be able to be dignified in the situation and also find some kind of problem-solving solution. It might not be with the mind, it's more with experience, that we have enough experience to fix this situation. And then we have the King of Swords. This is like the Holy Trinity, mother, father, child. So the King of Swords is the protector of this little group. So it's the shell, if you may say, around the more mushy parts. So the King of Swords is the one that protects you against the world and can kind of read other people and what they will do and be a little bit suspicious and also stand up and tell your truth and protect your honor. And a person that has all these 3 aspects won't be scared to leave their home or their comfort zone. Okay, so it might be that one of these parts are missing with you, and if you have been feeling very tired lately, or you have not have any energy to deal with any kind of fuss or take yourself outside the door, it might be a calling that it's time to call home this lost soul part of yours. So I'm just going to tune in here for a few seconds to you, Sagittarius, and the energy of this reading. or June rather. Oh, it's nice energy. Sagittarius in June. It's like real warm summer. So this is your future, Sagittarius, and this is your now, and this is your past. And in the past, we have a little Knight of Chalices. So it might be that you have been involved with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This might also be a very dreamy part of your life where you have dreamt of something and you can almost feel the taste. It's almost like a feeling of you're both longing after something, maybe longing after something almost to the brink that it hurts, because you don't know if you're going to get it. So that's what I'm feeling here. So it's someone being very into something but not knowing if this is going to pan out well. So there's an element of nervosity to this. Okay, and the Nine of Chalices in the same position as Leo got it. So it might be some more general energy going on where we are in a window in time where we can actually make our dreams come true. Also those we think, no, I want it so bad, but no, it's not going to come through. So I'm thinking these kind of fears that we don't want to hope too much is maybe what we are talking about here. So you need to become more a little bit more tough, to be honest. A little bit more tough to be able to take rejection and still go after what you want. If you don't fear rejection anymore, there's really nothing going to hold you back from achieving your dream, because you will not continue trying, so you will succeed eventually. And here we have a Two of Swords, so that's a little bit like a downer. We have the two High Priestess there and Knight of Pentacles as well. So it seems like a very slow moving, like kind of gum that you're chewing, that kind of energy. It's a little bit sticky, and it's a little bit of a blockage here, but I think it's shyness or a situation where we are maybe expecting the worst, so we're staying at home, staying in solitude, keeping our mouth shut, not saying the things that we really want to say, keeping secrets, sneaking around our boyfriend's house instead of, knocking at the door, instead of, or maybe calling the company where we want to work and hang up. That kind of energy. Okay, so interesting. Okay, my dear Sagittarius, this is your past, and here we have the Strength card. So this is more like you. It can be a Leo or Aries or another Sagittarius in your life as well, or a person that's being very strong and able to reach their dreams. So feel like you. Okay, strong energy, beautiful. And here we have the Nine of Pentacles. So it seems like life has forced you to become that strong. With different challenges, so forced you to have a very positive attitude, because without it life became almost too dark. So you needed to lift yourself up again and again and again, and maybe from very difficult situations. So it's life that has made you strong. I'm actually hearing a song, and it's maybe you got it last month too. It's see if I can remember. Lift me up above this, the darkness, yada yada something. So it's a very good song. It's a little bit harsh, maybe not easy listening for everyone, but if you read the lyrics, you will love this song. Okay, and here we have the Magician. So it seems like there's a lot of responsibility on you to fix a situation that you're in. So there's no one really helping you, but it was there. I can't see the situation itself. I can just see the aftermath, and it seems like it made you very strong, very able to take care of yourself, very able to use your energy to obtain certain goals. Much what we have been talking about, it seems like you have already been achieving here in the past. With the Magician, it's also, that the things that you think is going to be the thing that manifest in your life, and you're trying to have a very positive, upbeat attitude about things. And here we have also a 3 of Wands, so that's an energy pointing with the whole hand and, you know, going in this direction. Nothing is going to stop me. I'm so strong. I have everything I need. I'm not going to stop until I reach my goal. So it's very determined. It's almost an unstoppable energy here. But then we have this little 7 of Swords coming in. And 7 of Swords can really, you know, it can be making the most stable fort into a house of cards, because 7 of Swords is when we start to question things, we start to twist and turn the situation, and we start to see it from a negative angle. There's nothing really wrong with this. I think it's like you're assessing the situation. You have come so far now. You have this ability to create almost anything you want. But there's probably certain areas where you still haven't been able to have the same success as you have in other areas. And here you're almost giving up. You're almost feeling like, okay, the world has proved to me that I'm not able to have successful relationships, or that I'm not able to contain money, or I'm not able to stay friends with people for a long period of time, or I'm not. So it's something here where I'm thinking you're actually faced a little bit with the truth that is going on right now. Because when we have this very strong, forceful, positive attitude, we can almost become a little bit blind to the things, the obstacles, and we just jump over them, making ourselves tired instead of identifying what these obstacles are made of. So it might be that the divine wanted you to become a little bit more negative at this point, and, you know, standing and, you know, refusing to take another jump, just looking at the obstacle, thinking, why the hell are you there? Why is this energy messing with me? Or why am I unable to obtain this? It's making me crazy. So that kind of thing. And it's because maybe you are not supposed to rush and jump over obstacles. Maybe you are about to go this more in a more thorough way, in a more smart way, where you can really identify what's the problem instead of jumping through hoops again and again and again and again. Okay. So it's very, very possible that you're dealing with an outside energy that's a little bit maybe lying, conniving, manipulating here with these trickster, 7 of Swords, liar, thief kind of energy. It's a 3 of Wands, so it's someone that you're cooperating with to learn this. So it might be someone making you jump through hoops just to make you sick and tired of it, so you will identify that you don't want to jump through hoops anymore, and, you know, look more carefully at the problem. So here we have a King of Chalices, so that's the King of Cups, and it comes in angle here with a Knight of Chalices. Knight of Chalices is like a small gift, or a small flirt, or a short romance, but King of Cups is more the real deal. It's like a solid offer, long-term love relationship, long-term offer, like of a steady job, or something that's more long-lasting. And it comes underneath the Strength card, so it feels very royal, this energy. The lion stands for royalty, as does the king. So it's some kind of achievement that you have made there. And here we have the moon. So your achievement, I think, is you have been very strong, unbeatable. Like every time you have been beaten to the ground, you have rised above, you have continued struggling, and you haven't even let it get under your skin. You have just brush it off and continue. But here it's getting under your skin. It's getting on your mind. It's getting on your heart. You're starting to really see that, well, this is a pattern. This is a repetitive obstacle. It comes again and again. How many times do I have to jump? I'm getting irritated with this. Is the divine out to get me? So, and they are not, of course, a little, maybe. They want to challenge you. and make you jump and jump and jump and jump until you realize you don't want to jump anymore, and you do something about the foundation problem, whatever that might be. Yes, and the next card here is a little bit a Knave of Swords. So this is you know, here you were rather super strong and you had accomplished something, like peace of heart, and because of your own strength you knew you could solve any problem. But then the problem, maybe it's like you didn't get any help. Everything, every salvation, every solution, every comfort that you got came from you, not from the world around you. The world around you were constantly tricking you, fooling you, making you fall into pit holes and things like that. So the only security came from you being so strong and able to keep cool. And here you are, still keeping yourself very cool, but identifying the problem. So, okay, really putting your mind at like a high frequency of problem solving. So darn it, I'm going to figure this out, what's going on. So you're looking at the problem very intensely, like it's great scrutiny here, because the magician is also above your head. So you're really, it's like you're going on this problem from a very scientific level. So it's sweet, and it's going to probably lead to great success, I'm sure. And I can sense a little bit of bitterness, like grinding teeth a little bit, like, oh, I will solve this, I will fix this problem, I will figure the hell out of this problem. Okay, and here we have Three of Pentacles, and it comes underneath the Empress energy. Okay, so I think it's, you have been doing things in a very masculine way, a very like, I'm this hero and I'm fixing my life with my own energy. It hasn't been particularly organic, it has been very forceful. Here with the Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, it's coming in this more organic way of doing things. For example, I built a porch together with a friend some years ago, and the last bit of wood that would be closest to my house, it didn't fit into the hole. The hole was so, and the wood was in this width, so it was a couple of centimeters, and or an inch. And I said, well, that's fine. We just don't pinch all the last wood to the foundation. We just lay it there, and after the summer the wood would have shrimped, and we can just put another piece of wood. It will fit inside the hole. And my counterpart accepted with somewhat bitterness, I guess, with this solution, which made the porch not being fully ready. It was a hole in it. So when I was preoccupied with something else, the person did go and saw off this much from maybe 15 meters of this plank or this wood, just sawing it off and then screwing all the wood on the porch steadfast to the foundation. So when I came back, it was done. Okay, so this is the masculine way of doing things. The most feminine way would have been to wait until the wood was dried up, and now there's a little bit there's a space in between every plank or every wood, because when the wood dries, it becomes this spaces. If we would have waited, we could have pushed all the wood together and it wouldn't have been any spaces. But I'm fine with how it went, but I'm just showing that there's different ways of doing things, the more organic and the more forceful ways. So it seems like there's not always, you have to jump through hoops and freak yourself out and burden yourself until you don't care to go outside the house anymore, because the world seems to be such a demanding place, because it's always challenging you. Sometimes it's okay to go with the flow, maybe not making holes in the floor. People can fall into that, or not fall like totally, but with a foot and maybe spray an ankle or something. But so I'm not saying I was right, just a little bit. So, but there's ways to go about things where you work with the female energies of Earth instead of against her. For example, if you want to, if you don't want wood to be infected with algae or, you know, rotten off and becoming soft, you can use letting sunshine shine on the house and making it gray, and it won't, if it's gray and dry, it won't mold, okay, or become rotten. But you can also use synthetic color and paint it as soon as you put it up. So it's different ways. One is a little bit forceful, and it's actually sometimes being a little bit harsh also to the environment with all the chemicals we are using. And the other might be, you know, less long lasting and maybe not as good looking, but more in tune with nature. So there's things here where you can actually ask the divine feminine to help you with things. You don't have to do everything yourself. You can see these beetles, small beetles, they are always, you rarely see them dirty, okay? They just need like a couple of drops of water and they are fine. And that's because they are designed that way. No filth is sticking on them. While we need to, for example, polish our cars endlessly, it doesn't help if it's raining on them. They will still be dirty. We need to put a lot of force into cleaning them up. But Mother Nature knows how to do this, how to make everything fresh and new just with a little bit of rain. And human beings don't know that. We don't grow with the forces of nature. We kind of are in battle with nature constantly. The nature is trying to make trees grow on our houses and mold to bring them down and rot them down to earth again. And we try to build up, and the nature trying to bring it down and build up and bring it down. So we are kind of fighting the forces of death instead of including the forces of life, because Earth is also building things up. So we could do things more organically. Some old method would be using like riding a horse instead of driving your car. It's a more natural way. Okay, and here we have the devil. Comes underneath the 7 of Swords. The devil, yeah. The devil are in the details. The devil are in the details. I'm going to see with an oracle card. I think I know. It's a lot. I feel laziness, like, oh God, this person is so lazy, or they are just, I think nature might be not seen as the best energy ever. Okay, yes. Here we have Pandora's box and the devil again. So to go with the flow, instead of being this forcefully active and doing things, you know, with determination, maybe you are scared of becoming lazy, or you're scared of becoming, you know, soft, or giving up on things. Maybe you need to be a lot in control of yourself. You don't want the more feminine part of you to take you over, because maybe you are not going to go to the work anymore. Maybe you're just going to lie in the sun and watch the grass grow and, you know, pick apples from the tree and suddenly live in paradise. That would be awful. So I'm just joking, of course, but it's like you think that if you would let yourself go a little bit, that the devil will come out. If you let yourself off the hook, something bad will happen. If you don't do everything by the book, you will be punished. So I don't know what's going on with you here, but it's definitely some kind of control issue where you think that if you don't do things by the rules, awful things will happen. So this is control issues, and this can make any person into getting social anxiety. If you think that this is so much weighing on you and so much is up to you, and if you don't do everything by the book, the sky is going to fall down. So that is, of course, a lot of responsibility on a little Sagittarius. And as soon as you rest, everything is going to fall to pieces. But it's because you're doing things the forceful way. Can you find more organic way to do things? maybe also more organized, so you don't have to do things over and over again. You can find a way to do things methodically in a more, like, save yourself time, because you want to have this time maybe to enjoy life a little bit more. It seems like there would be a lot of joy here that could happen to you if you just let it, if you let go of control a little bit, and you went with the forces of nature instead of trying to beat them down. Okay, so in the future we have Sagittarius, 9 of Wands here, and we can see the fiery energy and the spear there. It's faced towards your goal, and the horse is determined. It wants to ride faster than what you really let it. We can see it has the forces going in the point of the arrow with this horse. So it's probably more collected because you have asked it, but it really wants to ride really, really fast. And there's a lot of interesting symbols here. But I think that this is your true essence, and it's not something that you are going to change, or it's just you can use this essence and have more of a skateboard ride instead of, you know, having to jump through these high blockages, or, you know, the things that's in your way. You can still be you, but do things in a more smart way, in a more collaborative way together with Earth and other people. Here you have 7 of Wands, so it doesn't seem like you're slowing down with this attitude. This is really fighting for something, you know, fighting all the obstacles, fighting your enemies, fighting everything that's against you, and you're not giving up. And it's some kind of loyalty with this as well. We can see the dog there, but I think it's more of the same old. Okay, you're trying to solve this problem with the old way. So you need to teach yourself some new ways of doing things, some more organic way of doing things. This is still very, I don't want you to change your essence, but you can use this energy. If you don't use it on obstacles, but you use this on an open road, imagine the success. Okay. Next card is the 5 of Wands. So you're definitely using this as on an obstacle. So there's an inner conflict within you. There's one side of you that, you know, you're on top of your game. You know how to do things. You are well organized, but in this more penetrating kind of way. And you're organized with your mind. You have figured things out. But there's an other side to you that maybe wants to rest. Maybe don't want to be challenged all the time. Maybe wants to go with the flow. Maybe wants to give yourself some slack sometime. It might be 2 different people as well. One being maybe Sagittarius and the other being water sign or air sign, or we have Capricorn here as well. Cancer, Scorpio, Leo. So it's a lot of different energies here. And here we have a Queen of Cups. So this is the more organic way of doing things, you know, just waiting until summer is over and we can just put all the wood on place, and it will be a wonderful porch. So, and we just did it by giving it time. And yeah, watching the grass grow, enjoying life, enjoying nature, enjoying sitting in peace and quiet. I think there's a part of you that if you keep on pushing, it's going to force you into this state by, you know, it's not going to want to go out of the house anymore. So then you will really have lost control, because your body is going to make uproar towards you. It's going to be a rebellion. So it's better to, you know, balance these 2 energies, being forceful, but also being yielding and waiting out things, and just, you know, figuring out the easiest way to go with the river, instead of going upstreams. And here we have Judgment. So Judgment comes as a very serious card, telling you that this is really something you need to look at. This is really something that needs your attention. I think it can come also in a situation like with a conflict with another person. And either of you will take one side of this conflict. One of you will take the more forcing side, like this has to be done. We need to paint the house before the summer is over. and the other person is going to be, but we promised the children vacation. So, and one isn't wrong and the other one is right. I think there needs to be some kind of battle with this, some kind of compromise with the Five of Wands being there. And it's super, super important with a Judgment there. So it's not going with one or the other. If we see this situation with my friend, that person took the responsibility on themselves. They didn't weigh me down with fixing the problem, so they just did it because they would probably not have been able to sleep at night if it wasn't fixed. So that can be a way. If a person is very forcefully like this is going to be, they have to be like this because in other case I can't sleep, that's their responsibility. Okay, maybe these other people, if this is a family, it can be a family with children and a teenager, maybe mother, child, teenager, maybe they want to do some other things. The mother can of course be the father, and this can be the mother. It depends on personality. So they can maybe go on vacation and do fun things. And the other person can catch up when the things that they need to do before they can relax is done. And eventually maybe these people will learn, this person here or these people, it might be several, will learn that, okay, so it's not that fun to be working at home while they are on vacation. Next time I will go along with them. And these people might think, well, next time we will help. So we don't always have to compromise immediately. We can go our separate ways and do the things we wanted to do and then see how it panned out, because the Judgment is also being able to see things from an above perspective. So sometimes we don't know the value of certain things until we have kind of had to miss it a little bit, or it can be, for example, this person deciding to not fix the house, but actually going on the vacation and then seeing, okay, what was most important. So it's not about always making the right decision. It's about making a decision and then being able to evaluate this decision so we can decide how we want to do the next time. And it doesn't have to be a forever decision. Two of Swords can be choices. We have 2 and 2 here. It can be just the decision for now. And we are finding constantly out new things with this all the time. But the important thing here is to not let your need of control or someone else's need of control. The Devil can sometimes be the opposite. It can be like a person being lazy or a person being like overly controlling. So not letting these things affect other people. And also, if one person is lazy and the other person is doing all the job, it's usually the person that does all the job that needs to stop, so the other people will be forced to not be so lazy. If they don't have clean clothes, they will have to make laundry or buy new clothes or whatever their solution is. It's not up to you to decide. Okay, so I'll take Oracle card from Chakra Insight Oracle to see advice for you. So advice for my dear Sagittarius. I'm thinking it's this. Yes, the person is going crazy, not knowing in what direction to look or what's the best decision here. So we can't really force a decision forward. Sometimes we need to try the wrong decision and experience that. It doesn't have to, we don't have to be perfect. We can try different things. We will usually get more than one chance to do something right, okay? Feelings, expressions, moods, balance. Become aware of the vast range of emotions within you. Acknowledge your true feelings and express the energy of your heart. Emotions are like the currents of a river, constantly shifting and changing in response to what lies beneath. It is natural and normal to feel. We all feel different emotions and at different times in our lives. When balanced, we are able to feel and express a full range of emotions and harness that energy into productive ways. It's time to take steps to achieve emotional balance by truthfully acknowledging how you feel and allowing yourself the time and space to experience and express your emotions. You may need to write what you are feeling in your journal, scream out loud, punch a pillow, go for a run, or talk to a friend. If you have held back your emotions for a long time, you may need to watch a movie to allow yourself to cry, get angry, laugh out loud, and to basically just feel again. Take responsibility for your emotion. Do not blame someone else for making you feel a certain way. The feeling you have is your own, and it's based on whatever your point of focus is in this moment. Acknowledge this, feel it, and work through it. Look at what is behind the emotion. Has your diet affected your mood lately? Are your hormones in balance? Are you stressed out? Are you angry with someone or unhappy with something inside of yourself? Notice your emotional undercurrents and give them a pathway to be shared and released. Honest emotional expression can make us feel vulnerable at times, but within this vulnerability is great strength. Moving beyond the mind, we're entering the powerful wellspring of the heart, where miracles, transformation, growth, and learning are waiting to occur. Feel and express your emotions today, instead of making you crazy. Okay, so beautiful. I'm also going to take some card from Oracle of Dragon Fae. Yes. Advice for my dear Sagittarius. Melusine, love who you are. So it looks very Sagittarius-like. Okay. Number 1. It's close to the Magician then as well. There. 1. Keys are rare in the realm of spirit, but I now provide you with a key that will open the door to who you truly are. Your true feelings about self-worth and self-love has been hidden, locked away for years, but now they will be revealed and healed for all time. For there is a part of you that you feel is not suitable to be shown to others, maybe your emotions. I'm hearing a song. I'm whispering. It's not devil's sound. It's me trying to figure out the song. Okay, I don't know exactly what song it is. I might find it or I might not. I'm hearing very clearly the melody, but it's not that easy to find a song with just the melody. Okay. I'm sorry, clear my throat a little bit. For there is a part of you that you feel is not suitable to be shown to others, particularly in romantic relationships. You feel that this part of you is unacceptable and lacking its beauty. However, this part of you, in being denied, like the devil there, and the box of the Pandora's box. Yes, where were I? However, this part of you in being denied is causing pain and guilt to surface within the relationship where there need be none. You deserve to be loved for all of you, for the parts that are claws and thorns, for your lines and your grief, for your irritability and your sadness. I, Melusine, do not say to go into these parts and stay there, but know that what you consider to be unacceptable is in fact part of your beauty, and true beauty is wholeness. Come forward and be revealed, and never again mistrust or reject a portion of who you are. Embrace your scars and flaws and see them as wonderful differences that only make you unique and very real. You can always take responsibility, of course, like this person that stayed at home and fixed the things because they knew that the other one wants to rest, but I'm this crazy. So I stand for being crazy and I take responsibility. Next time, maybe the people will have missed you so much that they will stay and help you. So, Open your heart, unlock the door, and step out of the enchanted chamber in which you have hidden this aspect of who you are. Love all of you, your body and soul, your mind and spirit, your ancestry, and your trials and challenges. You are perfect, whole and complete, with the unique stamp of this individual body and soul upon you. I will help you love yourself more truly and deeply than ever before. Take this key and unlock the secret part of you. Let them see the light and know that you are safer for doing so than you've ever been before in any of your numerous lifetime. So Melusine is dragonfish, is dragon and woman and a fae being. As an explanation. Okay, so I think that maybe your craziness has spilled out on your relationship, making a negative imprint, but it was because you were trying to force other people to feel like you. Here, take responsibility for how you feel and nurture yourself in a way so you don't have to become, crazy, vulnerable or crazy touchy-feely here because you get so high-strung, so you need to, stay indoors and not go out because everything is kind of triggering your emotions. Let these emotions be free. Take responsibility for them. Go with the flow. It might separate you a little bit from others, but it's fine, okay? It's not a separation forever. It's just when you need to do this, that's so important for you, but maybe other people doesn't feel that it's equally important and you can't force them. So taking responsibility and still letting you be you. That's my best tips for Sagittarius this month of June. Okay, so my dear Sagittarius, I welcome you back to my July reading that I will perform in the mid-month of June. Okay, until then, take really, really good care. Okay, bye-bye.